Greetings, good life. I'd like to read more for you today from my Benevolent Magic blog. This was originally posted on Tuesday, November 15th of 2005, and it's called Benevolent Magic and Living Prayer for Transformation. Many of you have requested certain benevolent magic you can say for specific situations, and I'm going to address a couple of those here today. There have been times, especially lately, when some of you have feared because of campaigns or talk, or even well-intended information. You have feared perhaps disease. I'd like to give you something you can say as benevolent magic right now. I have touched on this before in the blog contribution about bird flu, and even before that, but let's do something again. You might say as benevolent magic, I request that my capability to deflect all organisms and fears and energy of fear from those around me be easily assimilated and applied consciously and even unconsciously by me in the most benevolent way for me, resulting in the most benevolent outcome for me now. Let's do a living prayer also that will cover you and others. You could say another time if you like. I always recommend that you wait between saying benevolent magic and living prayer. Wait at least an hour or 45 minutes if you can. If it's urgent or you feel it's an emergency or you've tripped up on the words as happens sometimes, then just stop immediately. Wait about 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever you feel is all right, and say it again. That's just a reminder. Now let's do this living prayer. I am asking that all forms of virus and bacteria, as well as toxins and toxic fear, evolve and mutate now into a benevolent form for humans and other beings here on this planet. I feel that it is good to be more inclusive in this living prayer. You've noticed I've given forms of this in the past. I will continue to encourage you to look around your world to see how you can incorporate the forms of concern or fears in your fellow beings and say living prayers to console them, to nurture, encourage them, and to provide benevolent assistance by incorporating the Creator's spark and loving energy, and encouraging the cooperation of all souls in these living prayers, benevolent magic, and other forms we will explore another time. Now I'd like to give you one more for today. This is to cover another concern of your times, a living prayer if you would. I am asking that all those fears, anxieties, and concerns of our own value, worthiness, and self-identity be replaced with benevolent feeling and the capacity to feel, absorb, assimilate, and attune to benevolence in our world by all those energies and loving beings who support that. Now the reason I'm giving this living prayer is that there is an increasing support from energies of love and kindness that is being contributed to this planet, some of it from Mother Earth herself, some from visiting benevolent spirit, some even, as you might say even, from yourselves, because our capacities, our hearts, the depth of our souls and Creator as well, which includes all of us at that level, are participating more in our earth experience. I know it's not always obvious, But there are moments for many of you, very often, that arrive in a completely unexpected way that remind you or suggest that things are changing or can change for the better. This trend will continue. It won't always be obvious, but it will very often be obvious in unexpected moments, or even in tremendous response from many people around you in a way that encourages and enriches you. Look for them. They are happening now and will happen more often. Good life to you all, and good night.